All right, picture at glance family. OPPB. Be organized, be patient, be persistent, stick with a budget, play responsibly. Don't play out of need or greed. Here at Picture at a Glance, where tracking is king. You don't need to learn how to do the grids to learn, no date sums to learn, no root sums to learn, no tic-tac-toes to learn, no workouts and rundowns to learn to get into the winner circle. The simple reason is because we track the actual 1,000 numbers and all its components to know what's going on with those 1,000 numbers, where we never have to make up numbers, really. That's what these methods do. They really make up numbers instead of working with the real numbers to find the best way to win. And that's what the Pick Three at a Glance strategy is based on. It's a method where you can track the actual 1,000 numbers and all its components to always know why you plan your number. And if you know why you plan it, you also know how you missed it, where you can improve each time your strategy and skill set for winning. Okay? That's how I've developed this system of 30 years to get in the winner's circle. Now, this is for Illinois' evening draw. I'm state specific for Illinois' evening draw, but the Pick Three at a Glance strategy works for all states because it's teaching you how to work with your actual 1,000 numbers in your state, where you're tracking the numbers and knowing what's going on with them. For Illinois' evening draw, I'm explaining this system and the method, the way I use to build a strategy and develop skill sets. Here is the pick 3 numbers for August, okay? The 018, the 129, the 341, the 246, the 563, the 674, the 896, the 791, the 247, the 792, the 358, and the 804. Okay? So this is what we have here. If you're familiar with the numbers, they call them mirrors of opposites. All these numbers have not failed for the year with their opposites. This is no guesswork. When I put up numbers, which is basically I don't give people numbers to play, these are the numbers that I would be playing and have in my bucket list. So when I win, I'm not doing a tic-tac-toe, a date sum, a grid, and all the other methods trying to find a number for the next day to win. I always have my personalized numbers that I build a bucket list of to play, and I always know why I'm playing them. The 018 is the opposite of the 563. The 129, the opposite of the 674. The 341, the opposite is the 896. The 246, the opposite is the 791. The 247, the opposite is the 792. And the 359, the opposite is the 804. That just made my chances of winning is 50-50 now, instead of just 1 in 1,000 odds, because by this time of the year, one or the other of these numbers will come out. And I stay with these numbers. I'm not jumping on and off numbers every day trying to win. There's nothing out there that's going to tell you what numbers come in the next day. That's why it's imperative that you track the actual 1,000 numbers to see what they're actually doing for your state. Excuse me. And here, the 7 is the doubles. Those were the singles on top. The doubles, you have the 778, the 337, 774, the 884, and its opposites, the 223, the 882, the 229, and the 339. And then you have the 556, the 557, and the 995, and the 446. And this opposites the 001, the 002, and the 440, and the 991. That's the same way. The numbers with their opposites increases your chances of winning greatly. I don't just play the opposite to be playing it. I wait to see how far into the year the opposites hadn't played together, or one or the other hasn't played. Then I build my bucket list off of these numbers. Now, I don't try to play all those numbers. Now, the numbers that I'm looking at to put into my bucket list for sure is the 018, the 129, the 341, the 563, the 674, the 896, because that comes off of my column of the 018, which is column number 7. And those 6 numbers haven't fallen for half the year. So that's a strategy. And when one of those 6 numbers come in, I'm not jumping and looking for other numbers. I'm sticking with those 6 numbers and loading up on those numbers. When one or the other come in, I'm staying on those numbers and playing more heavily on the numbers. Same with the doubles. If 778 come in, then I'm not looking for a whole bunch of other numbers. I'm sticking with playing just these numbers. And it's opposites. Okay? So if you would take, say you take the 778, the 337, the 223, and the 882, and you just play those, make them your everyday carry. When one come in, one of those 4 come in, you don't jump on for everything else and start playing all different numbers. You stick with those numbers, you play them right back, and you add some more of the other doubles to play. That way you always know what numbers you're playing and why you're playing them. You're not trying to find numbers to play every day with the different rundown and workout methods, because all you're going to do is get a bunch of made-up numbers. That's all they are, made-up numbers. They don't tell you anything about the actual 1,000 numbers and why you're playing them. All these numbers are for Illinois evening draw, and I know why I'm playing each and every one. Now here, the front pairs and the back pairs that have not failed, they're left for the year, the whole year. The front pair is the 06, the 17, the 24, the 27, the 34, the 36, 37, 38, the 46, 55, the 60, 61, 73, 97. Back pair 01, 02, 08, 35, 44, 62, 68, 75, 76, 82, and the 93. Now, what I do with the front pair and the back pair, I always know while I'm tracking the front pairs and back pairs how I would play them. No guessing. That 17, you see the 06 on top and the 17. That 17 didn't fall 9 in 2024. So I would mate it up with the bottom number, which is the 75 and the 76, which I know ain't played for the whole year yet. So I would play, my bucket list number would be 175 and 176. I'd play a straight box, and I'd play the 17, if you can play front pair and back pair, $1 straight on the front. So even if the 175 or the 176 don't come in, the likelihood of that 17 on the front coming in is great. So when I hit it for $1, I'll take that money and invest in the 175 and the 176 more heavily. Not jumping off of numbers, trying to find numbers every day. Same way with the 244. See that 44 at the bottom, 24 at the top? I'd play 244 would be my bucket list. See how you can put together actual numbers together and make actual numbers and not guess numbers, made up numbers? Same way with the 2-7. I'd play 2-7, make the 7 up with the 2-7-5, 2-7-6, front and back. You'll see that when you're tracking your actual 1,000 numbers. Or the 3-4-4. Or the 3 matches the 3-6-8 on the bottom. Match that up. And then you could use that 3-7-5 and 3-7-6. This is how you start to build a strategy and a skill set when you see what's going on with the actual 1,000 numbers. Same way with that 3-8. My number would be 3-8-2. Because I know the 3-8 ain't fell on the front all year. The 8-2 ain't fell on the back all year. Then I'll look to see if the 3-8 with using my system fell at all for the year. Then I know to carry that, and when I win, I ain't looking for numbers. I'll put more money on that exact number. Same way with the 5-5. I know that the 5-5 front pair hasn't played. I know for a fact that, last year the 500 and the 5-5 hadn't played, which I hit both of those because I made them my bucket list. But I know that 5-5 ain't fell on the front. So I would play the 5-5 and play the 5-5 as 5-5 because I know the 5-5 ain't hit the front all year yet. Same way on the back. The 4-4 ain't hit all year on the back. See, this is how you can build an actual strategy and a skill set with a system that shows you and let you know what numbers have fallen and have not fallen. Let's see what else was it here. I want to make sure I see it. And last month, so far, the 5-5 ain't hit at all with no number. 5-5 hasn't hit with any number. So that would I would definitely keep my 5-5 in now that I know that it hasn't hit with any number for the month. This is how you be building numbers, not looking for numbers and doing the rundowns and the other methods because you're always looking for a number to play. This system, you always have a number to play. And you'll know why you're playing it. And you'll know why you missed it. That's powerful. So this is just a little bit of what I'm trying to get everybody to see and putting it together. I'm state specific for Illinois Evening Draw. Come and watch my lives. Learn how to build the skill set. Pick my brains. I do one-on-one counseling. I have the workout sheets also, if you like to get the workout sheets. But but you have to do a little work with collecting data. Once you collect the data, learn the system, everything else is downhill. Everything else is peachy creams. Okay? And that's from tracking the actual 1,000 numbers for your state. The numbers are random. There's 1 in 1,000 odds. There's nothing out there that's going to tell you what's coming in the next day. And the only thing you're going to have to really work to your advantage is tracking the actual 1,000 numbers and see what they're doing. You're tracking the front pair, back pair, single digit. And the actual 1,000 numbers. 1 in 1,000 odds. None of that's going to change. And the numbers have to rotate and change positions, working with the law of average. Okay. And here, win big, pick 3. Please like, share, comment, and bless the channel as the channel blesses you. Cash App is in the descriptions. So if you ain't tracking, you slacking. So like I always say, play them till they come, make that money, y'all. Peace and love. God bless. And if you're tracking, you'll soon be packing to Lucky Town.